Hello, everyone. Today is a very special, video. Yes, I got a new background. I hope you all like it, because you're not going to see it very long. Because I am going to be working on this while talking. Now, why is today so special, you ask? Well, today I am going to do a little review of the Final Fantasy series. Yes, the Final Fantasy series. And I don't remember where I was. I don't remember where I was, guys. Oh, wait. I'm looking at the wrong thing. So here's how I'm going to do it. I am going to go in order of the games I started with to the last game that I recently played. And why? And as you can see, this is what I have to put up with all the time. Frickin' RPG Maker, I swear. So, keep in mind, this is only my opinion. Don't get offended, okay? It's just an opinion. One guy's opinion out of, like, millions. Now, hopefully you don't get annoyed with how I speak, because, as you probably already know, I'm a terrible speaker. Come on. Anyways, the first game I'm going to talk about is Final Fantasy VII. Now, I know, you're probably thinking, oh no, we have Final Fantasy VII fanboy. What is that? I don't know. But let me just speak. Now, when I first saw the game, I saw it being played by a friend of mine. This was back when the PlayStation was new. Excuse me. And the very first thing I saw in the game was I saw him fighting Emerald Weapon, and it looked amazing. This was when I was playing with Super Nintendo and all of that, so it was definitely amazing. Now, I'm gonna get to something really funny, I suppose you could say. Because I'm supposed to be the self-proclaimed Final Fantasy Master. And, well, we all have to start somewhere, right? Right. So, I got a PlayStation for Christmas one year. I could have gotten a Nintendo 64, but I wanted to go with something different. And I got Final Fantasy VII, started playing it, and I obviously did not know what I was doing, because the only RPG I played before that was Super Mario RPG. I believe that's it. I never played any other Final Fantasies or RPG. Excuse me. RPGs before that. Now, I get to the Guard Scorpion, the very first boss of the game, and I died to it quite often, because that message, like, hey, it's raising its tail. We better attack it before it counterattacks. For some reason I did not get it in my head, hey, you're attacking it. It's hitting you. It's probably countering you. I finally got through my head eventually, and yeah, got through that fight. That was embarrassing. Not as embarrassing as something else, but that's for later. Anyways, I played through the game for the first time. The game was a bit difficult for me because I wasn't used to RPGs, and I thought the story was really, really good for its time. The materia system was really, really neat. The enemies were sometimes really big jerks, and it was just overall a fun game. Now, 12 years later and 100 playthroughs later, yes, I played through the game about 100 times. Yes, I know it's sad, but what was I gonna say? Thinking on it now, the game really, really is as hyped as everyone makes it be. I know, calm down, don't kill me, people. Okay. When you look at the story, from the start of the game till you get out of Midgard, the story is perfectly fine. I have no quarrel, I have nothing against it. But once you get calm and you start going around the world map, the story kinda falls flat, I think. I mean, you can basically sum it up as go from point A to point B trying to find Sephiroth. That's basically how it was until you get to the Whirlwind Maze. And then after that, the game's kind of like, hey, you got these random huge materia to get. Go get them. And it's like, there's really no story in Disc 2, really, compared to Disc 1. And I don't know, the story could have been better, I think. It was good for its time, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it really aged well when you really think about it. Now, is the game balanced? If you don't know what you're doing at all, even if you, I don't know, the game's just not balanced at all, I think. The reason being, you get all of these materia, right? You get like fire and ice and lightning and restore, and I just made a mistake. Oops. And that's fine, you use them a lot at the start of the game, really. Especially if you get the all materia. Oh god, the all materia is broken early game. But, really, when you look at it in the long run, all you really need out of the materia is restore. You only really need restore until you get like White Wind or something. Because at the start of the game, when a cure spell fully heals you, there's something wrong with that, I think. I don't think one cure spell is supposed to fully heal you. At least I don't recall it doing that in any other FF game. And then you get something like the enemy skill materia, where once you know where to get those skills, it's like, why bother with any of the other materias? And then you get, like, really, most of the materia, 90% I would say, you're never gonna need to use. Like, gravity, you're never gonna need to use gravity. Poison, you don't really need poison. Any materia that gives status effects you don't really need, except slow. Slow is ridiculously good for some reason. I don't know why. You can just slow everything in the game. I don't think there's anything immune to it. But for most of the game, my speech, you could get by using a regular hack command, like hack. It's like, why bother using any of these things that cost MP unless you need to? Just use the hack command until you get something like max or magic, and it's like, oh, max or magic spam. Derp. And Final Fantasy 7 has like a lot of useless items that either A, you're never gonna know it's there, like, who knows about the war drum or the right arm, or, let's see, what is really obscure? The mirror. Because only one enemy drops the mirror in the entire game, and it's a rare enemy at that. Who's gonna know that even exists? You have to get lucky enough to run at the enemy, and then lucky enough to get the item, and all it does is cast reflect on the entire party. Not like you really need reflect that game. It's like, if you're gonna put in items that aren't that rare, at least make them, you know, I don't know, more useful? I mean, an item to cast Berserk on all enemies, nobody's really gonna use that, because who uses Berserk? Really, I mean, how many of you use Berserk in Final Fantasy 7? I know I don't, but that's me, so. And really, what it just boils down to, I don't know what it boils down to. I'm very terrible at commenting. And then you get the characters, like, there's no real big difference between any of the characters. Like, if you look at, say, Final Fantasy 6 or 9 or what else? 4, 5, any of the others, really, the characters are pretty unique. They all have something different about them. Or, in some cases, like Final Fantasy 5, each of the job classes are different enough where they're not the exact same. The only real difference in 7 is the limit breaks. You can use pretty much anyone and play them the same way, almost. No, I say almost. I mean, we do have Barrett and Vincent and, Yuffie, who all have long range, so. And there is the case of Yuffie, right? Where you put in an optional character and you get absolutely no hint that said character is even in the game. You have to pretty much randomly get lucky to run into her, and then get lucky with answering questions right, and you can get her. And it's like, if you don't know this at all, then you get my point, I hope. And then we get Sephiroth. Oh boy. I honestly don't know why people think he's like the greatest villain ever. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Sephiroth. He's an okay guy. He overcompensates for that Moss immune, but he's an okay guy. But when you look at him in comparison to other villains, yes, I know people are gonna yell at me, like, say, Kefka. I know I'm using the Kefka versus Sephiroth argument. But even some, like, Etskef or Seymour. Seymour in a way. I don't know about that now. But Etska, Kefka, Kucha. Sephiroth's not really that proactive. He doesn't really do very much throughout the story, if you think about it. He's pretty much sitting in this cave the entire time, just manipulating Jenova, and then you give him the black materia. I know the spoilers, gasp. And then you don't hear from him for the rest of the game until you get in the game, and it's like, what makes him so memorable is because of the infamous scene at the end of Disc 1. Is it because of what he did in Nibelheim? I mean, really, what makes him so popular? I really don't know. So yeah, that's enough rambling about Final Fantasy 7. Let's go on to the next one, which is Final Fantasy 8. I think I will get that after I stop the video real quick. I will be right back.